Now, moving on to AUDUSD, we can see on the daily time frame that we've had that break of structuring towards the upside, and this is the current swing range that we are trading within. Now, from the daily perspective, we did have this supply zone that is still in control, and therefore we were looking for potential sales from this area, but we did start to see some bearish price action come into the market following some bearish AUD news and economic data. So now, for me, we've now had the US dollar come in with some bad economic news and data, which for me says you're now going to be trading two weak pairs or weak currencies against each other in the short term. So it's probably a pair I would stay away from. For me personally, as I said, longs do become valid once we break this supply zone. But for me now, currently, it is more of a short position. If we go down onto the 4 hour though, however, you could be looking at a potential short if we were to take out this high here, see that order flow switch. You could then be looking for a short down towards the weak swing low. However, with the strength that's coming into the dollar, it could be that weakness, sorry, coming into the dollar, it could be that we can see some higher prices, maybe even break this high here. But it's just something you will have to anticipate. I don't really like the idea of longs from where we are and of recent price action that we have here. Although it does seem that this is obviously a clear target first. Now, moving on to NZDUSD on the daily time frame, we've had that break of structuring towards the downside. We have our swing high and we have our swing low. Now, just like all the other dollar pairs, we've seen some strength coming to the NZD as a result of weakness in the dollar, driving pricing towards the upside. From a technical perspective, I don't really like what I'm seeing. We've had the initial break of this high. You could potentially say that this is early sellers and we've had another swipe. But then I'd want to see that V-shaped reversal straight back down, take out this demand zone that's in control, creating a nice area of supply that you could look for a short. Obviously, we're not seeing that, so it's not something I'm currently looking for. If we go down onto the 4 hour time frame, we have now had that 4 hour break of structuring towards the upside, and from a technical perspective, we are now bullish on the 4 hour. So any retracement down towards points of liquidity could be a new potential long position. But as I said, just not really looking at this pair at the minute. I want to see what the prolonged effects are. Maybe start looking for dollar positions into next week where we've had some time to see how the markets want to price in what they are thinking.